on this computer. Okay, guys, welcome to the call. We have several people that are going to share tonight, so it might go a little bit longer than the call than normal. But guys, we've had in one leg this month, we've had about 7 rank advancements, and I'm not going to go over those until the next week's call. But we've had several new Pro 3s and Pro 4s. Dr. Jason Peasley reached the rank of Pro 5 this month. And so things are really happening. I had lunch with Brandon yesterday. There's a lot of things with each individual person that we're going to be talking about as things go on. You guys will be able to see different things that are happening. We've got a lot of things in the work. We're going to talk about a lot of that tonight. I'm going to have a couple people share things about as you guys come on, just stop your camera. It'll stop if you don't, but if you do come on, just stop your camera. Hey, Carrie. Hey, guys. How are you? Hope everybody's well.
Barbara's here.
Hey, Barbara. So, Lisa, I'm going to let Lisa Hinkey share first. Hey, Suzanne. How are you? Lisa, I'm going to make you the administrator just for a minute, okay? And
all right.
I will.
She'll like that.
Control, huh?
Making you the host, okay? Yeah. So before I turn it over to Lisa, guys, we all just came back from convention, and there's a lot that we got to share. As I was saying, had lunch with Brandon yesterday, and we're all excited. We had massive rank advances, and I would say, and maybe Lisa will be able to confirm this, I would say that was probably the best event that we've attended yet since LifeVantage started, and I know all of us have came in at different times, but it was just an amazing time from John Maxwell, to Andy Anders, to the science stuff, and yeah, I'm sure everybody's going to talk about that. I'll clean up some things at the end, whatever's not shared, but there's 3 or 4 people that are going to share tonight, so I'm going to let Lisa Hinkey. Pro 4. I think she's in Florida right now. Are you in Florida?
Yes, I'm in Florida right now.
In Florida right now. And so I'm going to let her take over. She's going to talk a little bit about her experience at convention and about the rewards program. So I'm going to let you take it away, Lisa. I know you've got the host, so go for it.
Thanks so much, Mike. Really appreciate the opportunity to share.
You're
I have to say, I've been to numerous elite academies or conventions, and if anything, LifeVantage turned up the professionalism, the marketing. It was just on overdrive. I haven't seen such professional. Barbara and I looked at each other and said, oh my gosh, look at those slides. Look at how professional everything is. So some of the things that I took away is Peter, the new Dr. Peter, he's the new international vice president or director, and he is so knowledgeable. If you get a chance to listen to any of it, he talks about the 5 phases of nutritional intervention, just really enlightening. Synergy, he explained 1 + 1 = 5, and gave an amazing graph to show that all of the individual effectivenesses, but when you put them all together with Protandem, the synergy. So there, it just goes on. Could someone mute their phone? Could you mute your line?
Hey, Lisa, you can mute. If you're on your end, I turned it over to you. I tried to unmute everybody, but at the bottom, if you just hit.
Okay, I'll manage participants. Okay, that's okay. I'll mute all, and then I'll unmute myself.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me, Mike? Okay. The next is the loyalty rewards program. This I absolutely love. I happen to be a customer of other network marketing companies. I do some essential oils and some other things, and they have loyalty rewards program that I know that keep me buying on a monthly basis. And LifeVantage is introducing this coming May 1st. And what they're really doing, it pays to be loyal. So you've got groundbreaking products, and if you order them on a monthly basis, have a monthly auto ship, you're going to get points. So the first part is that you will get points by sharing this. You're going to get points by monthly auto ships, and also your personal customers are going to get points if they share it with others. There's a lot coming out. It starts May 1st. There's some specifics that are not in the advertisement here, but you'll receive, for every time a new PC orders $40 or more in product, you're going to earn points, and you can earn up to 120 points a month. And you can turn around and use those points to buy products. Why I really like the program is you get to keep your points if you have a monthly auto ship. If you don't have a monthly auto ship for 2 months, your points go away. And that's exactly, I love it, because I have the same behavior with a couple of the other products that I use. There's going to be more details specific coming out, but just know that LifeVantage has really stepped it up as far as customer retention. The other thing that I love too is they're going to give customers points if they watch videos. And they're always going to be reinforcing to the customer what a great decision they made by, making Protandim, ProBio, Nerf1, Axio, Physique as part of their monthly regimen, to stay healthy. Any questions, Michael? I just unmuted you.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. So, Lisa, why don't you share one really quick, let me take back over the host, and so that I can mute some other people. Can you make me the host again? I think
Oh, no, Michael. Once you give me control, don't. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. And are you the host yet, Michael?
Let me look. No, you have to, where it says participants over there, I think you have to right click it and then add me back.
Okay. Find my QE more. Okay, here it is, Mike. Stop video, chat. Okay. Hang on, I'll find it.
It's okay.
Manage participants. I should know this ahead of time.
That's okay.
Well, keep going and I'll figure it out as we're going.
Okay. There's a thing by your name. It says if you go to your name and you push on right click, it'll be on that. So
okay. I'll go there. You keep going.
Okay. All right. So let me, if you just came on and you haven't stopped your camera yet, just stop it and you can click it back on. But I'm going to let Barbara, Dr. Barbara Borland, take over next. Most of you know Barbara. I'm so blessed I've used a video. If you guys haven't seen her video that she's done on Protandim, I just signed up a distributor who I've been dripping on for a couple months because he's a chiropractor out of Dallas, Texas, who happens to be Bishop T.D. Jakes' chiropractor. I signed him up yesterday, and he said, I can't wait to meet Barbara. So I'm going to have to connect those dots here in the next couple of days. But Lisa, you now have to, you're still the host, so you have to unmute Barbara, I think.
Done.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead with what?
Go ahead. You're ready to go. The floor is yours.
What do you want me to talk about, Michael? Ask me a question.
Where's the phone? Oh, I thought I texted you.
Okay. So I know that Michael wanted me to just primarily go over my impression of one of the other really major innovations that the company has put into place and announced at Convention. And I was glad that he asked me to talk about the new bundles. Oh man, these are amazing. Let's think about what is our biggest obstacle as distributors with increasing our monthly income. Our biggest obstacle is retaining and building and increasing our auto shipment. as it was made very, very clear from the podium at convention, as well as anytime you listen to Brandon Cunningham, you're going to know that the most important thing for you personally as a distributor is to work on building that auto shipment, because that's where the real income comes from. So the company did some fabulous things. Just like with the loyalty program, this is another fantastic way to build customer loyalty, but also now to as well to increase the financial benefits for the distributor. So what is it? It's called the activation bundles. It's right on the website. As soon as you go on right now, the first thing, if you go to just the corporate website, it says introducing bundles, and it's all right there. But let me just go over briefly the concept. They've taken two specific groups of products and put them into packages. And what they do with those packages is, number one, they give increased value to the preferred customer and the distributors by decreasing the overall price compared to what they would spend if they purchase all of the ingredients, all of the products separately. So number one, increased value because of what is really a fairly significant reduction in what you would pay compared to your regular wholesale price. The second thing that they have done, and this is so cool, we've all asked for it, we've complained about the shipping costs, we've looked at Amazon every day, we order from Amazon, you get on Prime and you never have to pay shipping, and what are we doing? We're still paying shipping. So what LifeVantage has done is that they have provided free shipping for any order that includes one of these bundles. So what a great strengthening of great behavior. The two bundles, there's actually three bundles. One is the Activated Essentials, which combines the NRF1, NRF2, and the ProBio. And that is called Activated Essentials. The second bundle is the Beauty System, which is the new True Science, which is the new packaging for True Science. That is only $140 now, a substantial reduction compared to what we used to pay for a complete system with True Science. But not only that, it's not only less expensive than what we were spending before, but number two, free shipping, and number three, the packaging is right sized. I mean, you know how you always had perfecting, like you use that perfecting lotion for everything you could think of, and you still had a little bit left over and you hated to order another one until you ran out? They've decreased the amount of the perfecting lotion, so it should last for a month. They've increased the amount in two of the other products and overall have decreased the price. So how great is that? So that's the Beauty System, free shipping. And then the third is the combination of the Activated Essentials and the Beauty System, which combined is only $240 a month for the whole thing. And again, free shipping. So that's what I wanted to talk about. You know, the thing that I'd like to say is that as we are talking to new preferred customers and as we're discussing monthly auto shipments with our new distributors, you do not talk only about Protandim, because now what you should be saying is, what I recommend to you is that you start on our Activated Essentials package, because with that you're going to get the three primary supplements that will totally tune up your body, and it's only $120 a month. So think about that. If every new customer you brought in signed up on the Activated Essentials, instead of just a bottle of Protandim, that's 3 times the auto ship. So that's what I wanted to say. What else did you want me to talk about, Michael? Anything else?
There's a question on there. It says, and maybe you can answer this, is can you make up your own 3 products with free shipping?
No, it's 3 packs. The bundles are preset. So like I said, one of them is the Beauty System, which is the 4 True Science products, and then the other one is the 3 products that we know we all should always be recommending to everybody we talk to, which is the 2 NRF products, NRF2 and NRF1, and the ProBio. Those 3 things together will get anybody in great shape. So
awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so why don't you do me one other favor. Can you share one takeaway maybe that you had from maybe either one of the main sessions or maybe one of the breakout sessions that really kind of impacted you, or something major that you took away?
Sure. Well, my favorite one, Lisa already took, which was 1 + 1 = 5. Which is like, I like, why didn't someone explain synergy to that to me 6 years ago? I've been trying to explain synergy, and 1 + 1 is 5 instead of 2. It's
Right.
such a great way of doing it. But the other thing what has really I have repeated to multiple people since the convention is it was Andy Andrews, who talked about the trip to the Snake River with his boys. And he gave his boys a life lesson. He said, let's get in the river and let's swim upstream. It was hard swimming upstream. It was tough, but they did make progress. And then he said, let's just not do anything. And what happened? Of course, they ended up floating downstream. And then he said, boys, let's tread water and just see what happens. Doggy paddle and see what happens. And of course, guess what happened? They didn't stay still. They drifted downstream. So when you're just out there doggy paddling this business, when you're out there just kind of doing stuff without really taking action, you're losing ground. You're going downstream. So I love that.
Awesome. That's awesome. That was really good. I think Lisa and I were kind of talking about this this week about how high energy Andy Andrews is, and he never stays in one place, and he's kind of moving all the time. And I read his book, The Traveler's Gift, and it's just an amazing book. It kind of sets his personality. So thanks for sharing that information. I really appreciate you doing that. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Let me. Actually, this is kind of cool. So, can you guys see? Oh, Alice just popped on. Hey, Alice, can you see what's on the screen here? Can you see Dr. Luxembourg's picture on there?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to let Chad, you can turn your camera back on. I'm going to let you go now. Guys, next person I want to speak, let me make sure I got you on here, Chad. I don't see your camera on, but maybe Chad, speak. Are you on? Can I hear you? I don't see him anymore. Chad, are you still there? Huh, it's weird. There he is. Okay, unmuting. Chad, can we hear you?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
I do. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, I just asked you to start your video. So guys, I'm going to go and just kind of share just a brief thing here. I've been in LifeVantage for 6 years. My next person I'm going to have talk is actually, we have a relationship that goes back 18 years when I almost poked my eye out 18 years ago, and Chad fixed my eyes, and he still takes care of our eyes nowadays. And LifeVantage just decided to make a new medical advisory board. And those of you who know Dr. Chad, every Sunday night now, it was a different night, but now every Sunday night he's doing a different talk on science. And so he's now been added as a new medical advisory board member. And so congratulations from everybody in the group. But I wanted Chad to come on and talk a little bit about the science seminar and what happened at the science seminar, and then maybe one takeaway from a breakout session, one or two, whatever you feel led on your heart to share. And I'll just turn it over to you, my friend. Have at it. Welcome to the call.
Okay, thank you very much. Is my microphone working okay now?
It is. Sounds great.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, first, thank you for the kind words. I was totally shocked when I got an email from Dr. Natalie Chabreau on last Tuesday. I was trying to get ready to leave Wednesday for the convention. I got a really nice email asking me to be on the medical advisory board. So I'm still not quite sure what the role is going to be, but whatever it is, I'm going to be very excited, and I want to give back to this great company any way I can. So I am very much looking forward to seeing how I can make a difference, make an effort. The convention, as everyone has already said, was tremendous. From the beginning to the end, every part of it was amazing. The speakers, whether it was Maxwell or Andrews, were very inspiring. I have incredible number of notes. I took 60 notes alone just on the Maxwell segment, and every line is tremendous. The science seminar didn't really go over a lot of new things, but it, reviewed, for example, Mark Gordon didn't say the name Axio, but started talking about everything that's in Axio, and then he gave a very good description of how important things like DMAE are and how B12 works, etc., and what the value is of having Axio with all these ingredients in it that are all so important for your health. And I just really want to say that the changes that were made by the company show a tremendous fact that they care about what we all think and what we want to do. They changed the size of the probiotic because people were having trouble swallowing it. So they went out and changed it. I already got my new probiotic in the mail with my auto ship, and it's much smaller. It looks like it's going to be a lot easier to take. And that was because people had mentioned that they didn't like that. These putting things together and the free shipping, unbelievable. I've already decided now that I'm never going to pay shipping whatsoever for LifeVantage again, because I'll always make sure that whatever I need every month has one of those 2 packs in it, because I use all the stuff anyway. It would be absolutely crazy to pay shipping on Pet Tandem when I could just add it to an order that has the, Duo-Pack plus the probiotic. So it's great. The loyalty stuff, tremendous. I can't wait to tell PCs about that. One of the biggest problems is that degradation of the number of people in your group using the product over time. But this really gives an impetus for people to continue through this loyalty benefit. The fact that you're actually getting some benefit from staying on your auto ship. Of course, using the product should be enough, but people like that little added thing like frequent flyer miles. So we're getting our frequent flyer miles now. In terms of products, the products are just amazing. I do a call, as Michael said, every Sunday night. Now it used to be Tuesday night, but 8:30 Sunday night. So I'm going to review as much as I can of everything that happened at Convention Sunday night in the 20 minutes or so of my call. But just think about the fact that we now have 26 peer-reviewed articles. I've reviewed 23 already. I'm going to look for those other 3, which, to be honest with you, I didn't know about. I have to find them. But if you look, you just put any kind of disorder, list it on PubMed, and then put oxidative stress next to it, and you will find out how important oxidative stress is in all these disorders. So you don't even have to review an article that's specifically about Protandim. Just the knowledge that Protandim lowers oxidative stress, as we know, by 40% on average in 30 days, is enough to tell you what you need to know about all these different things that have an effect with oxidative stress. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm sure we're going to have even more special products. And I personally am going to look for a way to get my profession into things, see if there's some way that we can emphasize the benefits of what we have for eye care and the eye itself, and see if there's something that could come of that. So that's one of my things that I want to be doing. Again, everything was professional, everything was wonderful, and the fact that look, the most emotional thing about the whole convention, let's be honest, was the Elams coming on stage with those 2 girls that have such energy and such life and such gratitude, even though they've had this terrible accident and they're in wheelchairs. But everybody was, the people that introduced them coming out were crying. The people that talked about them while they were on stage were crying. All of us were crying in the audience. Every time they were brought up, it was just so emotional. And then, Albrechtsen came out too with his prosthetic leg. Hadn't seen him before. There was just real solid, emotional Thanksgiving. People just really having an incredible experience. Just really great. It's hard to explain how great the whole thing was, Michael.
Chad, let me ask you a question. You went to a couple breakout sessions. Can you share maybe one thing from one of the breakout sessions that really touched you? Because I know probably my favorite breakout session was Sean and Michelle Poe's breakout session on leadership, and it just I kind of wish there was another day where we could have went to all of the breakout sessions.
Well, they used to have a lot more breakout sessions. They changed that. The one breakout session that made an impression for me was Why I Love the Products, and that was Mark Gordon. And he just went over just what the kind of things I'm talking about, how much evidence there is of how special and how valuable all of our products are and what nutrigenomics means and how it's changing the world. So that really was a big deal for a breakout session for me.
Awesome.
And that I think really was overwhelming. But one thing I would like to say, the highlight of the whole convention for me was actually the Maxwell talk. And one thing, well, he said two special things. I don't want to take too much time, but I'll say he said, smile while you're talking. Boy, that sounds like something simple, doesn't it? But I've made up my mind now that I'm always going to smile when I'm talking. I've already taught all of my office staff to smile while you're talking. Well, even if you're on the phone, you should smile while you're talking.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous difference that it makes. Smile while you're talking. And the other thing was that you can't have uphill dreams with downhill habits. It's just, that's an overwhelming sentence. And I really think those two things were, to me, the theme of the whole convention were those two sentences.
Awesome. So Chad, what was your one word? John Maxwell asked everybody one word to think about themselves. What you said something about it at Daniel's, but I can't remember. What was your one word?
Well, with me, it has to be belief.
Amen. Amen. Well, thanks for congratulations again for being selected as a member of the medical advisory board. It was kind of funny. I ran into Lee Seward and Becky in the hallway, and Lee has like the best sense of humor of anybody that I've met in LifeVantage, and he said, "Yeah, I got fired." He said, we all got fired. And then, he started laughing after that and said, no, but I'm just overwhelmed by the amazing people that they selected to be on there, with Sean McKee and Nancy Bryan and just some of the.
Oh, what a group. I mean, it's humbling to be mentioned in the same sentence with those other people. They are unbelievable people.
And so I couldn't believe the quality of person after person after person, and so I'm excited for you to be a part of that. I'm excited to you to be able to share with us on a regular basis what you learn and what you hear and decisions. I can tell you that there's some things coming down the line that you and I will have to talk about that I'm really super, super excited about that we talked about on some elite calls this week and stuff like that. But thank you for taking a couple minutes tonight and sharing, and I'll look forward to being on your call on Sunday and hearing your information. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So let me go to, let me add her on here, and then I will. Next up, I'm going to have Suzanne Carreri, and I do see you now. All right, there you are. Okay, Suzanne, there you are. I thought you were there somewhere. How are you? All right, I haven't unmuted you yet. Wait a minute. Unmute you. Can you talk and make sure I can hear you okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Awesome. Thank you. Yay, there you are. A lot of you have been introduced to Suzanne before. She is a registered dietitian from Canada, and I love their language. Just so you know, we laugh about that. I've learned to say "mum" and just a lot of awesome words that I love that Canadians say. But Suzanne just attended her second event since she's been involved in LifeVantage, and we were talking about today that the impact that it made on us, and not just from a come home, rah, excited, but showing us the longevity and the significance of where we are and where we're going. So I wanted her to share a couple things that she took away from breakout sessions, or maybe even the main sessions. If you have a couple things, I'm okay with that. So just go ahead and share. I'm going to turn it over to you, okay?
Okay, thanks, Mike. And hi, everyone. First, I want to give a shout out to one of my distributors, Annie, who so badly wanted to attend and unfortunately had a very unexpected injury that prevented her from being able to attend. So Annie, I hope that you're getting as much as you can out of this right now, and we'll definitely see you at the next one. The first thing I'm going to talk about is actually one of the breakout sessions that I went to, and it was for social media. And for those of you who know me, there are a few of you on here, I am horrific at social media. I have a Facebook page. Mike is laughing. He's on me constantly about getting onto social media. So I have a Facebook page that I created like, I don't know, 4 years ago and never went back to it. And I'm pretty sure if I did, there'd be like 100 messages from friends and family, like really pissed off because I haven't responded in like 3 years to their questions. So I knew this was an important one for me specifically to go to. So I did go to it, and I actually learned some things that, again, to everybody else, this could be like simple things you've known forever. But for me, I was like, wow, this is incredible. I took lots of notes. But one of the things that they did say with social media is to never put LifeVantage or the term Protandem or any of the other products on the page. And one of the things they recommended that we do is something like #LittleYellowPill, and get people interested in communicating with us so that we can control what they know and not have them go and Google and find out more information. Another really cool thing was to always like, so if you do a post, always, and then somebody makes a comment, always like it, because that drives the post that you made right back up to the top of the feed for everyone, so that you're always keeping yourself up there and in people's minds and faces that they're seeing in case they missed it the first time. So that was another really good tip. And then the other one was to find a mentor that you respect and look up to and go to their Facebook page and learn what they're doing that works well and sort of implement that back into your own. So there are a number of you on this call tonight that I'm going to go onto Facebook and start tracking you down to learn what you're doing so that I can get better at it. But one of the things that I thought about, and this is actually something that hit me as I was leaving Utah, I did realize it in Orlando, but it was compounded now that it was my second time actually going to a convention. And this is something that, you know, you can have a member of your team go to convention, come back, have, you know, a bunch of notes that they've written down and read to you things that they said and train you in the different things that they got trained in. But there are some things that you just cannot get unless you're there. One of the things that I realized was the networking. Like my network that used to be, and I'm an entrepreneur, I have my own business in the Toronto area and the GTA, but my network was Ontario, you know, maybe a little bit BC, a little bit Alberta, and now suddenly my network is all across North America. Like I know people literally in every state of the US now that I can contact and call, and that's incredible, but that comes from that kind of connection and meeting people and getting to know them. I also got a chance to meet a lot of different elites and above. You know, being in your own line with your own team, you may know certain elites above you, or you might be on Zoom calls where you get to see Master Pro 10s presenting, but to actually meet people in sidelines and other lines, cross line, I don't even know what the terminology is yet. It's month 6, I'm getting there. But to meet those people in person, have them give you advice and things that have worked for them or their own struggles, it's just that connection just can't happen through a computer. And then the last thing really for me was, wow, does it charge your batteries? Like, I think we all know this is not the easiest industry in the world sometimes, and it can be frustrating, and our batteries can get drained. And to be in a place that is full of thousands of people who share the same vision as you, the same passion as you, the same commitment and drive that you have, and all be together and understand the struggles you're going through and understand the challenges you're facing. And we're all in it together, the good, the bad, all of it is an incredible feeling. The energy is is something that I've just never experienced before to that level. I mean, if you're on a Zoom call with a bunch of people, you probably feel better after you get off that Zoom call. And if you go to one of your weekly meetings, you probably feel great and feel an energy from being around that group of people that are in your team. And if you go to an LV Academy, even greater, more people, more of the energy, more buzz. But convention is like that. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a 6-year-old child right now, but it's that times infinity. Like, it's unbelievable. And I came back from Orlando that way, and now this is even greater. So that's just one of the reasons that I'm going to my team with to explain why it's so important that we do attend these conventions. And the next one's Denver.
Right. Okay. So besides was that what most stood out with you? Breakout sessions was the social media one. Did you have any others that were really, really encouraging? Or
yeah, I really liked that Pro 5 panel that we were at. It was great to hear, them talk about their experiences and what they went through, and how they got to where they are. A mother having children and trying to balance her schedule, and how they tackled some of the people's negative reactions to what they were doing, especially if they had friends or family or spouses. It was great to hear those personal stories. A lot of times you find Pro 5, 6, 7s, 8s doing very professional presentations, but they literally sat up there and just sort of opened up to us about their personal experiences.
Totally. And one of the things I really I took some notes, and I really liked what Andy Andam said, and Chad mentioned a little bit, but Andy talked about 7 principles, and I realized that when he left out number 3, it was so that we would go back and read his book and figure out what number 3 was, right? If you remember, he went over 7 principles, and he said 1 was responsibility, and he said it was two extremes. 1 was hope, and 2 was control. And then he said the second one was wisdom and knowledge. You use wisdom and knowledge to gain, advancement in your business. And then he skipped number 3, which we kept thinking, is he going to go back to it? Is he going to do it later? And I think it was so that we would read his book. And then he said 4 was an undecided heart, making a decision. A lot of people have a hard time making a decision, whether it's yes or no or maybe or whatever it may be. And then he said number 5 was, I choose to be happy. I choose to be joyful. I choose to be grateful. I like that. And he was just so high energy. I was on the edge of my seat because he was moving so much and running around, the entire place, that it was awesome. And then Chad said number 6, smile while you talk, create value in others, invest in others. Forgiveness is a decision. Emotions follow decisions. Huge difference. Forgive yourself. And then he said, I will persist. I love the way he closed. He said, I will persist without exception. Find a way where there is no way. No money, no time, no leadership are all excuses. It's up to us to make it happen. So, Suzanne, thank you so much for sharing. I really, truly appreciate that. And guys, one of the things that I really want to kind of encourage you guys is there's several new incentives trips that have bundles that you can purchase. I am going to be purchasing a bundle package tomorrow, and I pulled these up on my phone so that you guys could kind of know about them. They have extended them till the end of the month, and they're awesome. I love to purchase product for my family, and so there's a $500 bundle and a $1,000 bundle, and you get points to this trip. And then maybe you can refresh my memory. The trip is to where's it at? To the Bahamas? Is that right? I'm having I couldn't find it on the website. Huh? It's to Atlantis, which is in the Bahamas. So right. Okay. So, and there's points, and you can find this on lifevantage.com. You get 100 trip points for the $500 bonus, and you get 200 points for the $1,000 purchase. So I wanted to throw that in there. So I'm going to finish with one more person. I'm going to invite, let me turn his camera on. Hopefully he's still on. Jason, are you still on? I don't see you unless you're on your phone. Did you have to click off? You might have had to. Chris, do you see Jason on? I do not.
I don't see him.
Okay, he must have clicked off. So why don't I just for the last 4 or 5 minutes here, why don't I open it up for anybody that wants to make a comment or a he's not on or a just something that impacted them at Global Convention. Anybody want to make a little comment? Come on, don't everybody be shy.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, who's
You
on?
there?
George.
George.
Hey, George, go ahead. Go ahead.
Life-changing experience with numerous people of character. It doesn't get any better than that.
And guys, George is one of Lisa and I's personal enrollments. Been friends with him for almost 20 years. Just did his first launch call. Had 5 people on his launch call. And so thanks for adding value to the call. I really appreciate it.
Wonderful.
That. Awesome.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Anybody else, real quick? Anybody else want to throw something in that add value? There's a lot of people on here tonight that did not get to go to convention, and maybe they'll hear something that maybe can add some value to them. Chris, any of you guys out there that maybe?
Yeah, I'll jump in, Mike.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what I love about going to convention and these different events and EAs and stuff like this is when you're somewhere out and you see the Pro 10s walk in, you see the Pro 9s walk in, the Pro 8s, or you see Dr. Maniscalco walk in, and you just get to go up to them and you get to pick their brain and you get to listen to them and listen to their stories and listen to what happens. And then you get one-on-one personal time with them, and they'll sit there and actually give you 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you have. You have questions, they'll answer them all. And then you get the database, they get to know you a little bit, and then you get their phone numbers, and then when you have 3-way phone calls that come up, now you have people that are in certain fields that you can go and attack, and you have somebody who has your support, and you've already listened to their knowledge about the product and what the industry has done for them, and then you can usually turn those people over to them. So my phone just ended up getting probably about 15 extra contacts in it. I don't even know if it's going to hold anymore because storage is starting to really pile up in this thing from all the screenshots and all the numbers and everything else that we did. But that's the one thing I love about it, because I've met so many amazing people, and having we had Q, who had his doctor, integrative medicine, DO, family practice. She's burnt out. We started talking to her while we were at convention. What a great time to just go in and pull Dr. DeLucia out and say, hey, can you jump on a phone call right now and do a 3-way? He did the 3-way for us, 20 minutes outside of the convention doors. And boom, now she's joining the business. So it's stuff like that just works. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Janice, did I see you come on? Did you want to share something?
Yeah, Michael. I just, as you know, we unfortunately had to leave early, which I hated. That's never happened before. But the thing that impressed me so much is the fact that the company has really gone to the next level with the partnership with John Maxwell. The partnership with Eric Worre was phenomenal, but that was very much business focused. And for a lot of people, it was hard for them to grab a hold of that. But John Maxwell, as you and I know, having done the course, is so intentionally character focused, maturity focused, personal life focused, as well as leadership development. There isn't a person anywhere in any business that does not benefit from being mentored by John Maxwell. And there isn't anybody, no matter what their goals are in Life Vantage, whether it's to be a Pro 10 or just to be in the lower numbers and just have a business that pays for their products. All of us are going to benefit from this incredible partnership. And if anyone has any doubts about the integrity of our company and that we're here for the long haul, and just remember, John Maxwell would not partner with a fly-by-night operation.
Absolutely. And, Janice, it's funny that you're saying, because that's what I wanted to finish with. They've extended the registration for the $79 plus John Maxwell to $109 for Denver until the end of the month. So if you haven't registered for Denver and you want to get that rate, you can. What it means is, and it's kind of funny, Janice and I have just taught this course to most all of you, and now they're going to tailor it towards LifeVantage. And what's great about that is as John has spoken at other network marketing companies, but he's never actually partnered with a network marketing company. And so that's the significance. So and maybe I might have muted you by accident, Janice, but Janice, do you know if they're still offering the $199 for John's class or not?
No, I know, but it would be easy enough to find out. We can just place a call to John's office up here in Duluth and ask him to post it on the Facebook page.
Okay, and just so for they offered a $199 for his class while we were there. I think we had 30 or 40 people from our group sign up for the class. John signed close to 2,000 books. So it's just an awesome time, you guys. We can't say enough. I don't want to keep you any later. I'm actually doing some launch calls here in about 15 or 20 minutes for some people on the West Coast. But I just think it's awesome that we all get together. We all get together and not only, as Chris said, connect with other people. But I remember back in the beginning, Brandon always told me, whoever builds the most relationships stays the longest and wins in this business. And I want to leave you with one thing that John Maxwell said that I took away. I'm reading my notes. He said, learn, do, and show the way. And he said, list 5 things. And I listed integrity, humility, teachable, consistent, and committed. And as he asked us to think about one word for ourselves, and I used the word changed. So hopefully you guys have been encouraged by all the people that have been on tonight. As I said, you guys heard from Chris. Chris just reached the rank of Pro 3 this month. We had several other rank advancements. We'll talk more about those next week. But I'm grateful for Dr. Chad and Lisa and Barbara and everybody that shared tonight. And thank you guys for all being on. Lisa and I are honored to be a part of this opportunity. It feels like it did in 2011 again. We have some amazing people coming into this business, and so you guys are in the right place at the right time. So thank you guys all for being on the call tonight. We love you all, and so we will be taking the call back to Thursday next week. I will be traveling with Dr. John Huey to the National Chiropractic Nutrition Conference in Phoenix, Arizona tomorrow through Sunday. So I will be available if you need 3-way phone calls in between sessions. I'm able to do that. But if you haven't scheduled a launch call yet, schedule one before the end of the month. Brandon said we are close to having the greatest month in the history of the company. So if you need bundles, go on, get your bundles. I'm buying product for my family. Great way to get some product into the hands of new people. So guys, thanks for being on tonight. God bless you all. Have a great night.
Good night, Michael.
Thank you, Janice.